afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us from. I'm Charlene. It's so nice to see you. I love seeing all of our faces of friends popping up here. Tell me where you're from. Drop me in the chat. Tell me your name and where you're joining us from today. It doesn't have to be where you're from all the time, but just where you're at in the world right now. I just had this image. If that was me, I might write Charlene in my head. It's funny, isn't it, how we... every day is a little bit different. Every day we get to reflect and experience something new about ourselves if we just open up to that. So it's good to see you. Hey, Victor, good morning. Dallas, I know where you are, my friend. Everything going well for you? Oh, it's nice to see you. Hi, oh, there's gratitude hearts. I love the gratitude hearts. I am a sucker for a good emoji. So much can be expressed in a single picture. So when I see all those hearts, it makes my heart dance and sing. I love that. Thank you. Good, Victor. I'm glad all is well. Well, I know that today's Monday, right? Today's Monday. It is Monday. I should tell you everything you need to know right there. But it's a good day. It's a day of possibility. Every day is a possibility. So as people continue to join us, let me just tell you a little bit about today, this morning, our time together. So these bowls are a very powerful opportunity to reground our energy fields. So these bowls are tuned to 432 Hertz. Specifically, this A is 432 Hertz, which means it's 432 cycles per second of how many times the wave basically is sounding. And why 432 is so interesting and important is because it directly connects to the tuning of our planet. So the bowls themselves all are tuned and connected to a very grounding effect that we'll feel with Mother Earth. And I invite you now, even as we continue to connect and kind of chat about today, just begin to find your grounding, whatever that is for you. It's different for everybody. We all connect to this planet in different ways. Some of us have a hard time connecting to this planet. We feel like we're maybe from somewhere else. Maybe we feel like we don't necessarily resonate with the energy of everything that's going on in the world. But you know what we do resonate with is Mother Earth. And why that is it because our bodies, our physical bodies, the grossest part of our spiritual existence directly comes from Mother Earth. Everything that you eat, everything that you put into your mouth becomes your body. That kale that you had for dinner last night is becoming part of your cells. So you most directly are related to this vibration on a physical level. You may experience a different vibration, a different connection otherwise, and that's okay too. But when we really think about what makes up our bodies, our physical systems, sometimes I recognize it becomes a little bit easier to reground into this space. So whatever your practice is for grounding, just begin to welcome yourself into today, this time, this moment. That's where your power is. Welcome. Hi, good morning, Linda. Linda's joining us from Florida. It's nice to see you, Linda. So in these sessions, these bowls are very specific to co-creation. And whenever every group that joins, they're always a little bit different. So your energy is different than it was yesterday, and it'll probably be a little bit different than where it is tomorrow. It's also different from your neighbors. It's also different from mine, and still exactly the same. But what happens is that we have biofields that we're constantly contributing our electrical vibration or pulsing into the world around us. You know, you walk into a room and you pick up the vibe. Same thing. So these bowls are made of 99.9% quartz. And quartz is one of the most incredible conductors of electricity. So these bowls really respond to what's going on electrically. They respond to what's going on in the air around them, which we'll talk about in a minute today. They also respond to the electricity that's in front of them, not only through my body, but also what's coming through for yours. So depending on what we're talking about, what we're diving into, the bowls will begin to respond and resonate in different ways. And it's my job to read them. I basically just stay out of the way and let the bowls speak and move where they ask me to go. I don't know what it'll be. It'll be different today than it was last week, and it'll be different than tomorrow morning again. So this is a time of connection and healing for you. Today's an interesting day because our moon and Jupiter are sitting in a conjunction. A conjunction is nothing more than a relationship within the sky. It's almost like a musical interval of sorts. Distance between, right? Conjunction is similar to that. What a conjunction does is that it almost blends the energy of the two celestial bodies or planets that are sitting in a conjunction. It almost like it blends them in together. So there's an opportunity for the best of both of those celestial bodies or those planets to come forth. There's a greater synergy that's connected. And it's all a function of what we do with that synergy, right? So we have the moon. We have this deep, beautiful essence of who we are, who we really are inside. Hi, Mary from Cape Cod. Good to see you, Mary. Hi, Linnea. Good morning. So we have this reflection of our inner selves, of our deep truest, that side that we don't even usually show to people. It's kind of that secret side. It's the one that, it's the us that maybe you and maybe your mom, if that, no. So the moon's sitting in conjunction with Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet. It's the planet of expansion. The planet of abundance. That's why I wore my shirt, my Lakshmi shirt. She is the goddess of abundance, the bringer of wealth, which it can often be confused as money needed to sustain. But really, money is needed to sustain life. It's not necessarily needed just to have, it's to sustain. And that's what Lakshmi is all about. So Jupiter has this same kind of very beautiful, expansive effect. It's the biggest planet. It's lucky. People perceive a lot of good things coming out of Jupiter. So when the moon and Jupiter are in conjunction, it's a really beautiful time to have deep connection. It's a time for us to actually take pause and say, you know, this is the trajectory of my life right now. Does that match my highest purpose, the thing that I long for the most to manifest in this world? And look, there's no right or wrong as to what it is we want to manifest. Many people believe that aspects of life are a game. And with any game, when we know the rules, when we understand the rules, we can play the heck out of the game. If we're still trying to figure out the rules, it becomes a little bit more complicated. I was watching football the other night with my dad, and I thought, you know, I bet it'd be fun if I understood the rules. As an American female from the South, I'd never admit that to people, except I just totally admitted it to you. But it's the truth, right? When you understand how to engage with others around you to have a purposeful experience, There is power in that. There's joy in that. There's freedom in that. So understanding the rules of the game and seeing, this is how I want to play it. The rules aren't going to change. So we can either disengage or we can engage. Living is about engaging. So when the moon and Jupiter are sitting as they are in our sky, the energy very much supports this idea of going within the moon and saying, where can I find my greatest expansion? Jupiter. So today that's what we're going to do. We're going to sit with ourselves and begin to go deep. So for all of my wonderful friends, hi, I see so many people joining us now who have been here before. We all recognize that we kind of divide this time into 3 main segments. We retune, which helps to bring us into this present moment more fully, and also connect to this energy of the trajectory we're taking for our next hour together. And then once we're tuned in, we allow for the releases to begin to happen. We have to allow for space in order for us to receive. So I invite you now just to begin to settle in. Settle into your space. Take a few deep breaths. Beautiful. Just witness what your breath is doing right now. How's your body feeling in this moment? Is it comfortable? Is there an opportunity for you to find a different place, a different space, perhaps? Maybe just a different orientation so you have more comfort in your physical body. I invite you to find that. And just begin to let these vibrations wash over you. Right now, there's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. The only thing you may want to consider is setting an intention of rebalancing, of retuning your space. And breathe. invite you now to perhaps return your awareness to your breath, witnessing its rise and fall within your body. What a gift this breath is. We take our breath for granted. We're not promised our next breath. And yet, so far, it's always arrived for us. Let's take a moment to offer a vibration, an energy, a thought of gratitude, of thanks to everything in your body that allows you to bring in your breath. Thank your lungs. Thank your nose. Thank all of your airways and passages. Your entire cardiovascular system that brings in this life force, life-driving force. Bringing in all that which you need and releasing that which no longer serves. Your breath is a perfect mirror of the universe around you, the constant ebb and flow, creation, maintenance, and creative destruction to begin the cycle all over again. And that's just your breath. Now think, imagine, or feel a beam of white light. A light so beautiful, it's almost opalescence. You can actually see through this color. The color is translucent. White, translucent light. Yours might be shimmering. I know mine is. So invite this color in through your breath. Breathe in this white, translucent, shimmering light. It feels so good, just like the moonlight. Breathe it in again. It's cooling, soothing, and invigorating all at the same time. Breathe in another of this beautiful, white, translucent light. This time, directing the light into your third eye. This point in the center of your head. Just think of it being in the center part of your brain. The sixth chakra, or the Ajna chakra, directly connects to, you guessed it, the moon. It's a place of intuition, of a deeper knowingness, ability to see beyond, that sixth sense that we all have. Continue to breathe that light, that beautiful white translucent light, into your sixth chakra. Notice when we invite such a powerful and beautiful, pure energy into our space, usually things begin to shift and move. What are you witnessing shifting and moving? What are you noticing is beginning to release from your space? invite you to see a beautiful yellow citrine color sitting in front of your space. And marvel at the beauty of this lovely yellow color. Just like the white light you saw, this color too is translucent. You can see straight through it. How does this color make you feel in your body? Can you connect to a place of safety, of happiness, connection, abundance? Yellow is the color of Jupiter. Jupiter most closely resonates with our second chakra. So that area right below the navel, right behind the navel. This place where we find grounding. I invite you now to invite this color, this golden citrine color, into your Svadhisthana. This second chakra, this area here below the navel. It's a creative center. It's a center of expansion. How we expand aspects of ourselves into the world. That energy is housed here. Good. Just breathe that citrine color into your belly. Yellow is a joyful color. Makes me think of the yellow daffodils in the spring. So happy, so vibrant, full of life. Of course, colors mean different things to different people, different cultures. But let's find that aspect today, right now, of the joy, the jollity of yellow, and bringing that in. Yes. And as you bring in this yellow, I see, just take stock of what it is you're releasing. What are you ready to let go of? Yeah, it's good. If it no longer serves, perhaps it's no longer part of our trajectory. Welcome these releases for the friends that they are. Transformation is the constants of life. And breathe. The citrine is beginning to move all across your body, perhaps now even beyond your navel center. Invite it wherever feels best to your body. It may begin to resonate in different points. Just let it flow. Now, as the citrine color dances in your space, if it feels good, I invite you to begin to blend is vibration. Sound is vibration. They're just experienced in two different ways. But there are many who can also hear color. And they see sound. However you experience these vibrations, just do so now. Let them be. Fulcrum of sorts between our upper chakras and our lower chakras. It's our place of compassion, deeper love, a truly deeper connection, helping us play this game, moving down and up the spectrum. So often we polarize what something is by attaching sometimes an unnecessary judgment or assumption to that particular thing. Sometimes we think, oh, going up, that's better. Sometimes we think, oh, going down, maybe that's not as good. Or just the opposite. Going down means going in, going up means going out. invite you to release any expectation or preconceived notion that sometimes we don't even recognize is there. We pick these things up in the world around us because we perceive they protect us in some way. And yet, if we are connected, if we are truly where we are meant to be in this moment, this perfect moment, what is there ever to protect yourself from? Even the stigma of the end of a cycle, death of sorts, whether it's death from the physical body or death from a moment. Sometimes we get stuck in these places. So I invite you to begin to release where you might be feeling stuck right now. You know where that is. And so do the bowls. So right now our moon is waning. She's coming to a point of stillness. She too is in a cycle of release, of allowing, of walking in the energy of knowing exactly who she is. Combining the intellect of youth, the aspect of the waxing phase of the moon, with the love and illumination of the full moon, that motherly compassion. Now she approaches the place of wisdom, of the crone. And it's this wisdom that brings illumination. What is it right now that you seek to illuminate? Allow that white and citrine light that is so beautifully fused in your space to begin to move and show you places where you would like a little more illumination. Illumination is seldom for the faint of heart, but it's always necessary for expansion and growth. And just let it be. Illumination with it also brings connection, deeper understanding, wisdom. I invite you now to bring to mind, either as a thought, a word, an image, a color, a sound, what's good for you, what it is that you would like to have maybe a little bit of extra special, magical, mystical, divine, miraculous help with. Where would you like Lady Luck, or in this case, the expansion and luck of Jupiter, to shine on you? Could be anywhere. Perhaps it's your career. Perhaps it's your family. Perhaps it's your community. Perhaps it's something artistic that you want to bring forth into the world. Perhaps it's love. Where do you want to feel and receive an extra boost of positive manifestation or good luck? Just think about that. I invite you, perhaps, to allow the universe to work its magic for you. Sometimes we think we know what we need or what we want, but yet, the more often we can step back and allow the divine to work its magic for us with this wisdom that sees everything that we can't even begin to comprehend, it turns out even better than we ever anticipated. So maybe here's an opportunity to let go of the specific and allow full potential. have stories we tell ourselves about ourselves. Our lives are simply the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves and believe. What do you believe right now? What do you believe about yourself? Slightly loaded inquisition, and yet a very helpful one for us to engage in. So on a smaller level today, just gently ask yourself, what do I believe about my ability to receive good fortune in whatever shape, way, size? Good fortune knocks on my door, however it appears. Do I believe that I am worthy? Do I believe, well, perhaps I've made choices that maybe good fortune should go somewhere else? From a place of loving acceptance, whatever that means to you right now. For some, that may require a little bit of imagination. For others, you're very connected to your self-worth, the beauty that you bring to this world that only you can bring. You do. You show up every day. You never wake up thinking, how can I be a shady person today? No, you wake up thinking, you know what? Today is the day. I got this. And whether you always feel like you've got it, you show up for the world. You show up for yourself. And I know you can do this because you've done it today. So from a place of truthful, honest connection, knowing that you are worthy, I invite you to believe. Just breathe in belief. You may feel like you're breathing in the entire universe, limitless possibilities. It may feel like you're breathing in the tiniest grain of sand that will wedge itself, plant itself deep within your heart and begin to grow and shift and blossom. Just like that little bit of sand is what an oyster takes in to make a beautiful pearl. Wherever you are, welcome in the energy of belief. Beautiful. Believing allows the receiving. And breathe. Good. On your next inhale, hold it gently at the top for a moment. Inhale and hold. Release. Inhale and hold. Release. Inhale. Hold. 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 Let it go. Breathe. And begin to gently come back into your space. Welcome back. Stretch and move and shift around, whatever feels good to your body, to your heart. What an interesting time today, this session, and how the bowls chose to speak. Tell me what you experienced. Tell me in the chat. Hi, Jill. South Florida. We've got a lot of Floridians here today. Hi, Monica. Good to see you. Donna, yes, you were releasing worry. You know, worry is it's a tricky thing, isn't it? It's so easy to find ourselves, at least for me, to find ourselves in a state of worry. And worry is just when I give my power away to something that's not even real. And yet, the more I worry about it, the more real it might become. So good for you. Yeah, worries can be tricky. It was really beautiful. Yeah, hi, Positive Flow. Joining us from Cali, California. Mary, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mary. Oh, it's my pleasure, and I'm glad you feel wonderful and peaceful. Yeah, I think that's it was interesting to witness today the grounding effects of the bowls. So not only what they really communicated at the beginning before we even really got started, a deep need to kind of reground, recenter. Makes sense. Today is Monday if you're watching this live. Sometimes we need a good grounding on a Monday, especially a Monday morning. But then the bowls started to bring in this beautiful kind of moonlit sort of vibration. Felt very impressionistic, Debussy almost. And then it started bringing in this strength of Jupiter and just fusing these two energies together. And even the bowls, the tonality or the key that we would stay in, you hear that bounce, you even hear that now, would shift. A lot of times the bowls when we work, we tend to stay in a pretty central key and we may move somewhere else and then we kind of may modulate and shift around. But today they just kind of this impressionistic fusing, which is so perfect for this conjunction between the moon and Jupiter. So I thought that was really interesting to witness. Nathan, you experienced hope about what's in store. Yes. Oh, what is in store for you, my friend, is so good. It is so good. Oh, it's juicy. I feel it. I see it's coming. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Go get it, dude. Make it happen. And all you have to do is allow, right? That's all we have to do. All we ever have to do is allow. We also have to show up, which is part of allowance, but you show up, Nathan. I know, I feel it, I see it, I witness it in you, so I claim that with you. That's awesome. Diane. Oh, my pleasure, from Melbourne. And she's a ginger. There you go. Melbourne. I was about to ask if it's Australia, but then you clarified it is 11 p.m. Yes. My friend, have a beautiful night's rest. Yeah, and just let yourself gently drift off. Perhaps we'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow in Florida, our time, 9 a.m. And tomorrow we're going to be diving into the vibrations of speaking your truth. So, Diane, I'm so glad you joined us. Thank you. I hope you have the sweetest of dreams. Hi, Linnea. I always feel like I say your name incorrectly, and I apologize. Oh, it's my pleasure. You had a long retreat weekend. I don't know why that was difficult to say. Retreat weekend. And needed to shed some of the energies. And yes, to ground and recenter. Well, that's what we did today. And good on you for connecting. I'm so glad you were here. It's nice to see you. Yeah, very recentering today. So kind of like tearing apart to pull us back together. That kind of, you know, an artist putty, and you have putty in your hands, and you you start with a shape, and you've shaped it to something, but then you kind of have to pull it apart to make it even better. It kind of feels like what the bulls were asking us to do today. So I hope you had a beautiful weekend, and I count that you're going to have a wonderful, marvelous week now too, because of the work that you're doing. So high five. Nathan, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. So I'm just going to begin to wind up for the day. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. Or if you'd like to drift off to sleep, wherever you are, or if you want to take this energy and enliven and awaken yourself. That's a beautiful thing about vibration is that we get to interpret how we experience the vibration within our system. It's a function of choice and resonance. So wherever you resonate right now, just take these last few moments to drink it in. Drink in this resonance of possibility, this time that you gifted yourself, where you turned within under the influence of the moon, making a beautiful conjunction with Jupiter to really deep dive and find what it is that most strongly resonates with your purpose of how you want to move forward, of manifesting these deeper connections. Until next time, know you are valued. You are supported always. You are held in the eternal arms of bliss and love. You matter, and you do make such a big difference. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time, my friends. Sat Nam.